Luna, are you ready to do an analysis on Bitcoin Cash and be 3 for 3? Come on, give me a howl if you really want to do it. Ow, ow! There you go. Give me another really good one for all the viewers. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ow, ow! There you go. One last one, okay? Say hi to everybody. Give me a good one. Ow, ow! There you go, guys. My dog, Luna, is 100% ready to do an analysis on Bitcoin Cash. Ow, ow! You guys excited to do some Bitcoin Cash analysis like my dog right there? Woo! 2800 shots of missiles through the bulkhead, getting me so excited, gonna eat me some cornbread. But is Bitcoin Cash gonna go widespread? Or have we all just been misled? Will there be much more bloodshed? Will this coin get a behead? We're gonna keep this analysis short and sweet because I promise you we'll make it 3 for 3. It'll be quite a treat. Woo! 2800. It's giving me a hot flash. It didn't even bat an eyelash. We all know about Bitcoin and it's a great big clash. Sit down in that chair and plant your feet. Now somebody give me a drum beat. We're gonna take a look at Bitcoin Cash. Drop the mic, everybody. Okay guys, I have been 2 for 2 and we're gonna make it 3 for 3, okay? We are first of all gonna go over how I knew it was gonna hit this possible maximum target of 2800, okay? Now for those people that have not been following my TA, it has been fairly accurate because I always do the best case and the worst case scenario. And yesterday my TA, which I'm gonna show you guys really quickly on my Twitter, okay? Where I posted in my TA as well and in the video for those that have not followed it. Woo! Exciting. Here's just a snapshot that I took from my YouTube where we would hit best case scenario 2800 on the nose, guys. If we broke 2100, we were 100% shooting for $2,800, guys. Now I want to go really quickly over how I knew it was going to hit $2,800 because it is scary how I predicted it, okay guys? First of all, we are going to do an Elliott wave count, okay? Elliott wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 was somewhere right there, okay? We got to go into much more detailed time frame. So we got to go into a much more detailed time frame, such as right here when we originally hit, where was it? Pretty much right here, I'd say, okay? I'd say that'd be a pretty decent Elliott wave count right there. Would you guys agree with me? We were stalling right around the $1,400 level there. Actually, let's go into a better time frame if we can get it. There we go, right around here, the $1,400 range, okay? I also want to show you guys my technical analysis from November 9th, okay? Because it's also important to follow up on the previous day, how I knew it was going to hit that. If it broke 1,078, best case scenario, again, we were going to do a 1618 retrace, or not retracement, but extension target to 1,557 around, right? And surely enough, we did exactly just that as well. We got to about the 1,000, you know, around that range, and then we were retracing just slightly. I thought that we were going to retrace much more than that, but clearly we did not at all. Now let's take a look at how we knew it was going to hit, first of all, that target, okay? We did a triple measured move, or a double measured move. We take this price range right there, okay? We take that price range right there, and then we clone it twice from where it originally started, right? And this is how we knew, first of all, that it would hit right around that target, right around this target right here, guys. Surely enough, that's where we hit it. Best case scenario around 1577, as I indicated on my Twitter, right? 1577 was my first target. And if it broke roughly around that target, guys, based on fib extensions, we were going for 2,800, and that is exactly what we did. I don't know if you guys got in on that, but I absolutely did. I put up my stop buys in the middle of the night and my stop sells. Yeah, it's been a really good day, guys, okay? It's been a fantastic day. And now, because it was such a bullish market, we have to look at it from many different perspectives, okay? So now that we know that it hit that target and the wave 5 was basically finished, guys, we needed to look at some corrections, okay? We needed to look at some corrections, and then we're gonna pull out our Fibonacci tool. Fibonacci tool. And then we're going to go from A to B right here. And guys, I mentioned that we could possibly, best case scenario, I said that we would retrace to about $1,000, but actually we only retraced to not even, okay? We barely retraced to the 236 level right there. So what I did was I used fib extension all the way from the bottom here, and I took it right here, and I took the worst case scenario, which was retracing to basically we'll say 738. Yeah, we'll say 738, and then we took the best case scenario, right? And the best case scenario was taking fib extension from there to here, and the best case scenario was I targeted 382 instead, okay? 382 instead. So because I targeted 382, this is what happened, guys. Do you guys see this right here? Right there. So I took my fib extension from here to where 0.5 stalled to 382, okay? And that was my thought of the best case scenario. But in hindsight, obviously the best case scenario would have been only the 382 touching level, right? So really, it should have gone for about 295, but instead, it retraced it at exactly the 382 level, and it precisely, guys, with precision, it hit 27.99, and I predicted 2800 because that's also a very psychological number, right? So boom, shakalaka, we hit that one, guys. Now what is going on next, guys? What is going on next right here? Let's take a look at it, okay? Okay, guys, now we're gonna resume this, okay? First of all, I wanna make a correlation between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. I wanna make note that what took Bitcoin literally 3 months to do took only 3 weeks for Bitcoin Cash to do, okay? Wow, my chart's still loaded from before. So this is the Bitcoin. That's crazy, that's still loaded. Okay, yeah, so this is first of all the first impulse wave up for Bitcoin, okay? The very first impulse wave up, wave 1 official, okay? This is wave 1 officially for Bitcoin right here. Once again, it took 3 months for Bitcoin to do this right here. This is part of the primary cycle 1. And that is a big one, okay? And 2 was right around here where it ended, and that took about 2 years for it to complete. Actually, exactly 660 days it took to complete there, okay? And now basically what we are doing right now is we're doing wave 3, okay? This is wave 3. There hasn't been a major correction yet. There's just been many impulses. Now what we need to make note of is that right here, okay guys, right here, that retraced all the way back to about 786, and that's really important to make note of, which is slightly around the buying area of the initial peak that started right here, okay? Now we're going to use this as a correlation method between Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin. So where are we at in the actual wave for Bitcoin? Well, this is the first one right here, okay? This is the first wave right here, and trust me, the wave 3, we haven't even started wave 3 of the primary one yet. Or sorry, we are still somewhere in this wave 3, okay? Wave 3 is somewhere, geez, I can't stop that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Wave 3 is somewhere all the way up here. We don't know how far it's going to go yet. We need more information, okay? We need way more information. 5 will be somewhere way up there. Assuming we're thinking of this as a correlation method, okay? What we want to do is catch the subwave 3. Now we are done this particular one right here, this particular subwave. It's pretty sloppy the way I'm drawing it, so let me try to draw it better here. Trust me, I used to analyze a lot of Bitcoin charts. I know Bitcoin charts like the back of my hand. This is where we are right now, okay guys? And we are expecting a retracement all the way down to where, first of all, applying the same rules and the same principles. That's very important, guys. When we analyze high market cap coins, we have to assume very similar rules, right? And what we noticed about Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash is it fell right back down to about this level right here. You guys want to see what I'm talking about again for Bitcoin? Okay, don't forget, we are analyzing a multi-billion-dollar market cap coin, okay guys? And so we have to use very advanced types of analysis for us to correlate them. Notice right here, guys, what do you guys notice? Exactly where this peak was. This is the first subwave there. It fell down to exactly where the region of the 786 Fibonacci and where this first peak happened. And guys, that's a very strong indication. And also this one right here took only 91 days to do, whereas Bitcoin Cash, guys, let's take a look at Bitcoin Cash right here. Okay, and we're gonna see how long this uptrend actually took. And you guys are gonna be blown away by how long it actually took, okay? For this first wave right here coming up. Check this out, for the first impulse wave. I'm just trying to find my date range. Boom, guys. We took 30 days to do what literally took Bitcoin, guys. It took Bitcoin 3 months to do. We did it with Bitcoin Cash in 34 days. Now this goes to show, guys, actually not even 34 days, in 3 weeks, I meant to say, okay? In 3 weeks it took. That is where the uptrend originally started, all right? So that is kind of amazing when you think about it like that, all right? It is amazing. It goes to show how much money has been shifted from one market to another market. Okay, so I want to be very clear, guys, that the daily chart is extremely oversold. And this here is what we call a shooting star, okay? This is one of the longest wicks that I've ever seen. This is basically the FOMO wick right here, guys. And right now, we are on this particular wave, okay? Wave 1 finished. Once again, I'm going to be very clear where we are in the process. Wave 1 finished, right? Wave 3 is somewhere up there, 4 somewhere up here, and 5 is somewhere up there. We have just finished the first subwave of the 5 waves leading up to wave 3, okay? Now what we want to catch is this third wave right here going up. And there's no doubt in my mind, guys, based on BTC correlation and also some of the most respected analysts right now on TradingView, such as Sean Bengen and Goldbug, I performed this technical analysis first, okay, guys? I performed it 100% first on my own time, and because I didn't want a biased opinion. Then later I went on TradingView to go see if Goldbug or Sean Bengen would also be agreeing with me. And surely enough, guys, if you go to their posts, they have posted the exact same material almost in terms of using Bitcoin as a correlation method and confirming what kind of zones we can go in. And you know, just to show you guys, if you guys don't believe me here, okay? Here it is right here, okay? He's using a 3-month method of analysis, hit 3 weeks after he began trading. That's basically the same type of analysis that I'm doing. It took us 3 weeks basically, even from this period right here, 3 weeks for them to do what it took 3 months, okay? And we're using the same correlation method of right here, okay? Right here as well, which happens to be in a 786 Fibonacci level of this particular wave, right? And this one is in the exact same zone as well, where it peaked out right around here of that original first wave ending. Here's where the original first wave is ending. Here's where Bitcoin's first wave was ending, all around the 786 Fib level. So I'm also going to assume the exact same thing, guys, as what a lot of the professional analysts will assume. And I'm happy to know that there are a lot of professional analysts out there that are agreeing with me as well. You know, whether they're more advanced or not, we are in agreement right now. And when a lot of people are in agreement, that's usually a good sign. So this one, my target zone, believe it or not, guys, is right in here between 725 and 833. That is my zone for the first correction right here. And right now we're having a major stall coming down, right? But you guys have to factor that in. You have to factor in this daily chart, okay? You have to factor in the 4-hour RSI that's starting to diverge. Every single sign, guys, it points that it ran too fast and now it needs to come down. It really does. So we're going to analyze it from a, say, 1-hour time frame right now and see where this is going to take us, okay? We know that this is now the target zone, just based on BTC correlation. Whoops. And it's going to do some sort of pattern like this, guys. It is going to do some sort of ABC pattern. It might be much more complicated than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? This one looks like it's finally starting to go up now. It might do something like that. And don't mind the time frame. It could be, you know, really long until it gets there. We might just end up lulling here for a really long time. Who knows? So ignore the time frame that I have set for you guys. Please take that with a grain of salt, okay? I'm not even going to try to guess the time frame that it's going to take, right? At all, because that is just asking for trouble to disappoint people. What I do know is that this is the target zone, guys. 725 to 833. I'm entered into a massive short position already, and I've been slowly accumulating it on every single top, been closing my position on the bottoms and just going from there and just using a laddering risk technique to reduce my risk and to make sure that I profit on all these bounces, okay? So we're gonna have some sort of ABC correction no matter what, but of course there's always more complicated patterns. There's WXY patterns. There's could be just, we could have an ABC to there, we could have a XYZ to there, and then there's even more complicated patterns like W, X, Y, and Z, where we have W here, we have X here, we have a Y down there, could have another X, excuse me, I burped, up there, another Y down there. But nevertheless, guys, this is going to be the buy zone right here based on BTC correlation. We're looking at between 725 and 833, guys. That is the magic number. All right, so we would be seeing a more advanced correction like that in there. But nevertheless, we're eventually going to get into this buy zone a few times, and we're going to bounce off of it a few times, until we start making our way to our final or our second wave that will begin. So that's basically my two thoughts right now, okay, guys? My two thoughts is that we are going to hit this zone somewhere between 725 and 833. It's just going to be a matter of time. It really will. You guys got to look at the signs, okay? I mean, as much as this is the biggest FOMO that I've ever seen, or it's investor level trading to trap you guys into a long position. And this is the amount of money involved to produce a $1,500 wick like that, guys. That is a lot of money and time, right? This is the whole market. This is billions of dollars, that's poured into the Bitcoin Cash market to create this long shooting star wick. If you guys don't understand the psychology of a shooting star wick, I highly suggest you go look into it. It is not a good wick, guys. It is a correction wick right here, and we are going to one of those levels that I suggested, okay? And no matter when we get there, we're gonna get there eventually, okay? I mean, this could be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here, 1, 2, like 3, or whatever, just coming down here. Either way, guys, we're gonna make some sort of ABC correction. We're gonna make some sort of WXY correction. And once we get to there, guys, we will be able to extrapolate a lot more information. For example, if we got to that level, say at $800 exactly, once we get to that level, guys, I promise you that we will be able to get much more information. And just based on the limited data that I have right now, we could be looking anywhere between, let's have a look. First target is at least 3,346. Second target is $4,800 long term, guys. And this is fairly long term. Let's go with a more normal scenario like 750, we'll say, with a 168. $4,781, I'm gonna guess. Anywhere between this range right here, 3,200 to 4,700. But you guys need to exercise patience, and you need to understand, guys, that on the daily chart, we are extremely oversold right now. And if you guys decided to buy into a long position right now and you disagree with me, okay, guys, I made the best case scenario yesterday prediction. As you saw, I predicted $2,800 based on a very small retracement and a very bullish market sentiment. Right? And that was basically the final straw, guys, the final push that you will see, as I indicated, and that is how I was able to determine exactly, guys, $2,800, which was extremely scary that I predicted it. Don't you guys agree that it was absolutely terrifying how I predicted $2,800 in the most extreme possible case, and we hit $2,800 on the nose? So take my advice when I say this, guys, and I'm not a financial advisor in any way. I'm just a crazy technical analyst who stares at charts for 16 hours a day and has made a really good living out of it right now, guys. And I want to tell you that these are extremely oversold zones that we're in right now, and this is the biggest shooting star cryptocurrency candle that I've ever seen on a daily chart right now. And we are in absolutely bullish zones, and the hammer is just gonna drop, guys. The hammer is absolutely gonna drop soon, and when it does, people are gonna take their profits, I assure you. And right now, we are gonna do this ABC correction, guys. This is the wave 1 right here, we'll call it, okay? And now that we have wave 1, some ABC corrective pattern will happen, some sort of pattern like that, and we will 100% end up somewhere in there. Sorry, that's my dog. All right, so the big question right now is where are we? And that's what you guys are probably all wondering. Now that we have our established buy zone from what I think and what a lot of professional traders out there think right now and technical analysts, we will call this zone right here between 770 and 850 or so, okay? Now we want to make sense of what is going on all in here, right guys? And this to me, the way I view it is basically an A right here, and we're about to do a B somewhere, okay? 1, 2, I'm guessing 3, 4, and we're gonna do another touch right down over here, and then we'll most likely just do another touch up there, and I think that we will actually level off to right around here. That's my opinion, and I think that we're gonna do some massive extended corrections, okay? We're probably gonna do an extended correction with a W, and we're probably gonna do an X, you know, and then we're gonna do another Y that will touch all the way down here. Whoops, I closed that by accident. I think we're going to do a W, and then we're going to do an X, maybe somewhere right here, okay? And then we're going to do another Y. This might not touch it yet, actually, and I'll explain why I think that. I think that this is going to make some sort of wedge pattern like here, okay? Some sort of wedge pattern, just like that. And this will probably be even further down, actually. Most likely something like that. This makes a lot of sense to me, and I'll explain why. Because this will eventually form a wedge point in here, and then this is a bullish wedge, guys, okay? This is a falling bullish wedge where it basically does 5 touches, okay? It does 5 major touches like this right here, and then it breaks out of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? I apologize if there's sound in the background. I've got some company over right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this will be the A, B, C, and W, and then the X, and then the Y, where we land right in the buy zone. We might actually land in the buy zone twice, right? This one might actually just dip down there a little bit. Sorry about that. I'm actually house sitting for someone this weekend. Yeah, so I've been pausing the video in and out. So this is why I think that this is going to be like that. Let me show you. I think that this is doing an A, B, C, D, and an E. It will touch down here for the very first A wave. Now A, B, C, and D, and E are actually very, very, very common, guys, okay? And let me just pull up my handbook to show you it over here. Give me 1 second while I pull it up. Here we go, guys. So this is a book that I refer to often, and I have a lot of textbooks that I refer to. Now this specific textbook is an Elliott wave textbook, and you guys can just Google Elliott wave theory and look for this title right here by Robert Precher there, and you can find it easily. So at the end of a bull run, which we've seen, we have an A, B, C, D, and E correction, right? And this is usually found in the first wave, which this is basically what I see. This first one right here is the leading A first wave with 5 waves, right? Then we have an A, B, C in there, and a 3-wave flat. And I think that we're gonna do something like this and then eventually break out of it, okay? We're gonna break out of it somewhere right around here. Maybe at the end, who knows, it might be extended like that. But somewhere in here, we're finding definitely support, right guys? And this is a falling bullish wedge, just like that. We will break out of it to a B point. It could be somewhere up there, don't get me wrong. It could be somewhere over here. I can't make that prediction yet, right? I don't exactly know when or where it's going to be, and I don't want to make that prediction either. What I do know that is could be this resistance point, it could be this resistance point, right? These are major resistance points, like right here, but I'm banking on right around here, maybe between 1500 and 1600, it'll retrace to, and then after that we resume the downtrend, guys, to where we get to point C. And now ABC corrections are extremely rare. You don't really see them often. What you normally see is a WXY correction or even a WXYZ correction. But what I do know with certainty, just based on BCT correlation, and like I showed you from the charts by Goldbug as well, is that we're in agreement, guys. And usually, honestly, when that guy is in agreement with me, with my charts, we tend to be right the majority of times. So I'm trying to give you guys some very long-term plays here, okay? At the end of this wedge right here, wherever that is, I 100% plan to go into a long position. In fact, I shorted it already from right around, I've shorted it right there at 1450, and I closed my position earlier today here already. So that was some pretty good plays that I've been making already. 17 minutes left in this 30-minute candle, and we're already getting a doji there. It's down ticking, okay? So this is definitely a falling wedge. Would you guys agree? Definitely a falling wedge, right? So at the end of here, we will break out to the B side here, and then we'll reach some B point, okay? Here is a good buy zone for you guys to go into a long position. And then here is obviously a good short position when we reach the top to shoot for the C down over here. And then when we get to C, we'll break out to another X, right? That's a good long position as well, right from here. And then from here, we're basically going to short it until we get to this X pattern. And then when we get to this buy zone, basically, right? A buy zone could be even right around here, I'm guessing, somewhere in there, who knows? This is a good buy zone right over here in general, okay? Especially for the long-term investors, that's somewhere you want to be focusing on. But for me as a day trader, I want to capitalize on my gains during the day. So I'm going to play all these bounces, guys. I'm going to play every single one of these bounces and be super duper profitable in every single one of them. And I intend to make a lot of freaking money playing these bounces because these patterns are very, very clear to me. And once these support lines and resistances are extremely established, then you guys can bank on the fact that they're going to be profitable to play. So what we look for are trends, guys. We look for trends and clear resistances and supports. And right now, I'm just extrapolating a lot of information, okay? And I kid you not, guys, that once this is all formed, just based on some extrapolation of, say, from here to my target, say, we'll just say 700, 800, guys, we are shooting for some massive, massive targets in the short term. If BTC took 3 months to do what Bitcoin Cash did in 3 weeks, guys, I mean, we're looking at 29.80 and we're looking at 43 something over there, okay? That's some pretty crazy profit. Wouldn't you guys agree with me? So aren't you guys kind of excited right now to be thinking of the potential profit? I'm pretty freaking excited. I know I am. Actually, this started here, so I drew my target wrong. We're looking at 3,300, right around here, and we're looking at about 4,800. A lot of really good analysts that I respect on YouTube. This guy named Haijin Lee, he's I think a Korean guy, or maybe Chinese, I don't know. He is banking on about 4,500 after this correction. He's more conservative, I suppose, so I'm banking on about 4,800. And if it's anything like my prediction of $2,800, guys, which we nailed on the dot for that extended one, I have a feeling I'm going to be right. And even if I'm not right, guys, I trust myself and all these charts that you guys see here today. You have to understand that this is only based on the information that I have at the current time, right? It is only at the current time. And I promise you, if you look in 2 days from now, it might be a completely different analysis that you'll get, right? I'm giving a very generic type of analysis based on technical analysis, right? Just based on all technical indicators. And I really want to emphasize one more time, guys, that the 1 day, guys, the 1 day RSI is at 93. And if you guys look at Bitcoin, for example, okay, let's look at Bitcoin as a clear example right now. Bitcoin, okay? How often do you guys see Bitcoin, in extremely oversold zones? It eventually comes down to at least, 70, and then it goes back up, right? But in terms of 93, we don't see it in 93, guys. Last time we saw it was over here during the really big push, right? During the really big push in early 2017. What goes up heavily must need to come down heavily. So I want to make sure that you guys really understand the zones because I don't want you guys to lose money on this, okay? And I want you guys to be all on the same page from a technical analysis perspective. Right now, we are in this particular zone right here, doing an A, B, C, D, and most likely one more touch somewhere down there, C, okay? And then after that, guys, we're gonna break out of it and we will end up forming some sort of new pattern, right? It could be something like that, who knows, right? But we are gonna have some very, very clear resistances and supports. Based on my analysis right here, we could probably be looking at, guys, I'm going to be very specific for you, $1,600 once we break out of here temporarily, right? And then after that, we'll start continue its downtrend, right? And then eventually this pattern will probably get expanded, right? It'll get expanded to something like this, perhaps. Something just like this. Then eventually we get squeezed into a wedge and then we get a breakout, guys. So just based on my prediction right now, we could be looking at a breakout sometime. Holy cow, that's so soon. That's like in a few days, guys. If this plays out the way that we want it to, we could be looking at a breakout in less than 2 weeks, guys. So wicked. So long position there, short position there, write it down to where C will end, right? At C, go to a small long position to X, and then at X, write it down to a short there. So there you guys have it. That is my analysis for Bitcoin Cash. I made 2 predictions where if we if we broke $1,000 around over here, okay guys, if we broke the $1,000 range, 1,073 to be specific, right? 1,073 range, which was right about here, we would be writing it to about $1,500-ish. And I also made the prediction that if we broke that one there, then we're also going to do a double measured move to 2,800. And that's exactly what happened, guys. So I hope you take all of my advice with a grain of salt, because I'm just a regular Joe like you guys who just probably stares at charts way too much, who probably needs to get out way more. Anybody want to be my friend? Anybody want to call me? Somebody call me, I need a friend. I look at too many charts. My only friend is the chart. I'm just joking, guys. If you guys really enjoyed this video, make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube. Lots of content to come. Lots of awesome Twitter stuff to come as well, okay guys? I definitely like to help out the cryptocurrency community as much as I can by releasing as much as my thoughts as I can as well, you know, let you guys get inside of my head. If you guys really liked it, you can also upvote it on the steemit community. If you guys really loved it, you guys are welcome to donate to the dog's piggy bank, the one that you heard at the beginning of the video. She's got her own cryptocurrency piggy bank, guys, and it's growing at an astronomical rate for her emergency funds like the vet. So have yourselves a fantastic rest of the Sunday, and I hope to see you guys much more in the future. Take care, guys. Bye now.